the the days of commemoration of the dedication of the Mizbeach and also the temple. Um, Miketz is a parashah that most of the time is connecting Joseph with the light, with the time of light that we are living nowadays, or we commemorating the light. The 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 words itself, Miketz, that it means at the end. The sages and the commentary connect this part to the to something prophetic, talking about Mashiach, connecting Mashiach ben Yosef with Yosef himself, because he's considered Mashiach in all the aspect of what happened with him. The suffering guy that was sold by his brothers, the the time that that he keeps, and or they keep him in prison, the also the fact of the tribes, right? His brothers sold him to slavery and all that we saw before. But now it says at the end of what? At the end of a period of time, 2 years pass after the copper, the guy that holds the copper for Pharaoh, the king of Misraim. He totally forget about what happens before, and the the believers of Mashiach Yeshua, um, Kohen Gadol Melech Israel, they those interpreted of that part, they said in the commentaries that Yosef was the copper forget Yosef for a reason. Just to put a meaning of those 2 years is that Mashiach Yeshua, Mashiach ben Yosef, also was going to be forget for 2,000 years. And forgotten by who? Forgotten by his brothers. And it's something very, very touchy, something that, move us to sometimes to think about, wow, this is deep. But also that the years that he's staying in jail. And by that time, it was saying that he was staying for 12 years in jail, showing that also Yosef, he have to suffer those 12 years for 1 year per tribe. So that's also touching, because he's like, what the tribe did, and and of course we saw it in parashot before, and also Rabbi Safa mentioned that before, mentioned it that the what Abraham Avinu he has a vision that that of course, because of that reason, what happens in that time, the tribe of his descendants is going to be slave for 400 years. Anyways, now we see Joseph having those 12 years in jail. The copper forget about him totally. Of course, he has a reason of that, but the deeper meaning of that is like, why 2 years, um, alluding to the 2,000 years that it's got to be forgotten from his brothers, and now I'm talking about Yeshua, and of course Yosef, that is representing in this time, is being forgive. The 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 guy forget him. The copper forgave him at all for 2 years. Also, the 2 days that is representing um the these two guys, what is it, the bread maker, right? The bread maker, yeah, the baker, exactly, the baker, and the copper guy, those two guys also, huh? Cup bearer, they I have to learn English, I'm telling you guys. Those two guys, they also are showing Yeshua in certain aspect, because Yosef interpreted their dreams, and the death of the baker represent the death of Mashiach, and the resurrection of the copper is also representing the resurrection of. So it's like a allusion to going back to his position. Joseph being taken after all as from first of all from slavery, then from jail, and be taken to be the second in charge. It's also putting him as Mashiach right away, showing that the all authority is given to him. Pharaoh also says that it's like only him is going to be on top of. So it's the same way that we understand that Yeshua is being or will be put in position of king, and he also said when he was resurrected by the Father, by the Most High, blessed be His name, that all authority is being given to him. It doesn't say that he has authority over Pharaoh. I mean, talking about Joseph, and it doesn't mean that Yeshua got authority over the Hashem. It means that all authority, like the same way that the Pharaoh gave authority to Joseph, the same way Yeshua HaMashiach is being given authority over all the other things. Okay. Also, I would like to touch something about the dreams. That our dreams is something very special, even than the dreams of the Gentiles, and we saw that in the kings. If I'm not making a mistake, the first dream that we saw, Avimelech. Avimelech has a dream, and then that the Most High was telling him, don't touch. Be careful to touch Sarai. If you touch her, she's a princess, and her husband is my prophet. And we see that Gentile receiving an advice, receiving a dream from Hashem. And now we're seeing this king, Pharaoh, receiving a dream from Hashem. And it's giving the by his times the most powerful dream, telling him what the Most High is about to do. And Yosef is using to interpret this, that a person that is, sometimes we say, oh no, nobody from outside Israel or the people of Israel is receiving anything. No, because Hashem is talking to everybody. Sometimes it's us, and it's the world that is not listening. And sometimes it's us as people of Israel not listening either. So we have to pay attention to that and be light, like Yosef was light in that particular time. It was taken out of the darkness of dungeon, and then even that he was light, he was shining inside. Okay, but as Yeshua said, you don't put a light under the table. You put it on top to shine everybody. In that same way, it was time, perfect time, the time of Hashem, to take Yosef out of the table, out of the dungeon, and put it on top of everything. Give him authority above Egypt and the rest of the nations. In the same way, we are calling to do that. We are calling to be the light of the world. Not only in these days, it's easy to be light sometimes on these days because everybody is celebrating, right? And then, but I hope that our light continues the whole year. Okay, the whole year, shining, showing the Torah, showing the example of Talmud or Talmidim of Yeshua HaMashiach, and then the people can see us and not being a stumbling block for everybody. Okay, so Hanukkah Sameach, and I'm going to show you this Hanukkah Sameach. Shalom. I probably got to maybe I'd pass the Spanish for this time. Okay.
No, don't pass on the Spanish, please.
Okay. Spanish then. Spanish. I got somebody passed me a big gelt right here.